time. So I've literally changed everything. I have a new camera, new lights, new backdrops, new mic, new everything. So please let me know if you like this setup better than the previous one, and if there's anything else you want me to improve on. Your suggestions really do help me out a lot. So for today's video, the first video for 2019, I thought I will do a new year, new me look. By this, what I mean is that I asked you guys on Instagram about some things that you think that I don't particularly do. Like it can be a product or it can be a makeup process. Like I don't bake very often, I don't set my face very often, and I don't use kajals very often. And you guys really helped me out with amazing suggestions. So today I'm going to be doing a full face off look using the things, techniques, products that I don't generally use very often. It was so much fun doing this makeup tutorial because there were so many things that I thought that I should start incorporating in my makeup looks. Please let me know if there's a certain thing that you think I should include in my makeup more often from this video. And yes, without any further ado, let's get started. I'm going to start off with a very classical Instagram move. I'm going to take the Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops, and I'm going to take a brush like this, the oval brush like this, and I'm going to apply it as my primer. I've just taken a little bit on this brush, and I'm going to apply it on my face. I honestly don't understand the point of this because I use a full coverage foundation like most of the Instagram influencers who are doing something like this. So applying the highlighter underneath your foundation doesn't really make sense to me because you are going to be covering it up. How does it make a difference? And using them as primers, again, I don't see the sense of it because they're not going to make your makeup last longer or anything. They're not going to smoothen your face. So I'm just, still on the verge of trying to understand how and why is this a thing. So once we're looking like a shiny hot mess, it's time to move on to the foundation. I rarely use a super mattifying foundation because I love a more dewy looking skin. But today I'm going to be using a super matte foundation, and the only super matte foundation I think I have in my collection is the Marc Jacobs Remaercable foundation. Now this is a full coverage matte foundation, one that I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm just not a biggest fan of this foundation, and I'm going to be using a silicone sponge with it because again this is something I haven't used in a hot minute, and again I wasn't the biggest fan of this ever. Yes, it gives you more coverage and everything, but I just did not end up using it as much as I thought I would use it. Even the packaging of this foundation I'm just not the biggest fan of, so I'm just applying it all over my face. I think that much should be enough, and then I'm just going to take my silicone sponge and I'm going to start patting it onto my skin. My foundation is on and it looks like a mask. I won't lie, it just looks like a mask of foundation. But I'm going to move on to concealing, and for concealing, the thing that I rarely use is a mini beauty sponge. Like I rarely ever use it because I feel like I can just use my normal sponge because it also has like a tip and it will do the job. But today we're going to be using a mini beauty sponge to do our concealer. Although I won't lie, the mini sponges work fabulously, I just feel they're too much of work, I can do without it as well. This is not something that's super necessary in my opinion, but if you have it, might as well use it. Next up, I'm going to use a loose powder and I'm going to bake my eyes. I rarely bake because I am from the dry skin category. I will be setting the rest of my face as well, which again, I never really do. So I'm just using my mini sponge again, and I am just going to be using a lot of powder today, and I'm just going to, bake my under eyes. Baking essentially means applying excessive loose powder to just set your face and make sure that the oils stay at bay and your eyes look smoother and they have a filter almost. The downside of it, of course, is that it makes you a little bit dry, so make sure you moisturize really nicely before you want to bake. I'm going all out today. I'm also going to be baking around my mouth where I express a lot and tend to get smile lines, which is a good thing. It just means you're a happy person, but still, you gotta bake it to keep the creases at bay. Till my face is baking, I'm going to take a cream contour. This is actually a concealer, but I use it as my cream contour all the time. Not all the time, that's why this step is in this video. I don't cream contour a lot of times, so I'm just going to be using this today. and I'm just gonna add it to the places where I like to contour my face. And we're just gonna be doing cream contouring today. I will set the rest of my face once I'm done with this cream step so that we can move on to other places. I'm also gonna be contouring my nose today because I never ever contour my nose. I am just someone who is not the biggest fan of nose contouring on myself because I just feel like I'm not the best at it and it just makes my nose look weird. And I never also contour my forehead only because I have a tiny forehead, but today, you know what? We can make it look a little bit more tiny than what it is. And because this concealer sets in really fast, I'm going to use my mini sponge again just to blend it out. I am going to be pushing the contour upwards just to make it look a little bit more chiseled. And I'm going to blend my jawline contour downwards. As for my forehead, we're going to be blending it downwards. And now I'm just blending my nose contour and hopefully I won't end up looking like someone with a botched up nose job. My nose doesn't look so bad. I was expecting far worse than this. My bake has been sitting on my face for a while, so I'm just gonna dust it off now. Alright, I'm gonna set the rest of my face, and for that I'm using L'Oreal Matte Magique Compact Powder. This is one of my favorite compact powders. And I'm using that same brush, and what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of that powder, dust off the excess and just start setting the rest of my face. I never do this step. I just set the under eyes and the mouth area, and that is it. So this for me is such a different step. I'm just patting the powder down like that. I'm not moving my brush like this because it will move the cream products. So just pat the powder down like that if you want to make sure that your foundation stays in place for a longer period of time. Next I'm going to blush up them cheeks, a step again I rarely do, and for that I'm going to be using MAC Mocha, which is a very gorgeous color. It is not something that's so over the top that I would be a little overwhelmed, but it still has a gorgeous hue to it. So I'm just taking a little bit of this blush and I'm just going to smile and apply it on my cheeks. Again, I'm just patting the color in, I'm not moving it so that it is just concentrated nicely and everything sets in place. That blush looks so pretty. We have one of my favorite steps now, highlighter, and as you guys know I love my powder highlighters, but today I'm going to be using a stick highlighter which is genuinely out of my comfort zone. I'm just not the biggest fan of stick highlighters. I just feel they move my foundations and just not the most ideal situation, but today we are stepping out of our comfort zone. I'm just going to take a little bit of this product on my finger because you need to warm it up for it to work for you, and once you have enough product on your finger, all you want to do is you just want to tap it on your cheekbones. This might take a while to get to the intensity that I like my highlighters to be of. We are getting there, it's still under the way but we persevere. I'm also going to apply this on the tip of my nose, and I never ever apply it on the bridge like an exclamation mark. A lot of people do that, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So we're going to be applying a little bit here and on the tip, just like an exclamation mark. And I'm also going to apply it on my cupid's bow and the starting points of my brows. So just right there, just to get a nice illuminated look. It's time for setting spray, so I never really use a mattifying setting spray, let alone not taking a quick little shower in it. So I'm just going to be spritzing this 4 times across my face. That's the goal for today. 4 freaking times. Just that. Oh god, I want to apply more so badly because I've missed out on so many spots, but we're just going to keep it at that, and I'm going to fan this in. Time to do the brows. So brows, I never really use anything liquid, but I have this with me right here, and today I'm going to be using this to fill into my brows, to shape them, just to make sure that they look amazing. The only reason I never use a gel or liquid products like this for my brows are because you need extra control. I just like the precision and control you get over powders and pencils. They're way more easier to control than liquids like this, because you have to be super precise, super careful and just super alert when you're doing your brows. You cannot mess up. You just cannot afford to mess it up. And of course it also gets a little bit messy, so that's another drawback. I'm just combing my brow out as well, just to ensure that everything is nicely distributed, and then I'm just gonna do the exact same thing on the other brow. I I'm not sure how I feel about my brows, but the product has dried down. They're not moving, they're stiff, they're stuck into place, so that's as good as it's gonna get. Next I'm gonna move on to my eyes, and the first thing I'm gonna do is use a primer. A lot of you have been saying that I don't use eye primers that often, and I used to love using eye primers. Eye primer was one of the first things I ever bought in makeup, so I don't know what went wrong where, but I'm just going to be priming my lids today just to ensure that the eyeshadows I use on top are more vibrant, more sassy, more badassy. That doesn't even make sense, but I'm just blending out this primer with the help of my finger. I'm just patting it into place so that I don't end up moving anything from underneath the eye. The primer is on, and I'm going to move on to eyeshadows, and today I'm going to be using liquid eyeshadows because again, I rarely ever use liquid eyeshadows, but they're beautiful, they're gorgeous, the payoff is amazing. I'm starting off with an orangey tone, and I'm just going to apply it all over my lid. Like I'm just going to slap it on my lid like that, and then I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend it, like I'm going to buff it out just to get a nice wash of color all over my lid. I am just going to intensify that up in the outer corner and the crease. So I'm just placing it like that, and then I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm just going to start blending it out. That is intense. I didn't expect that much intensity, so I'm just going back in with my fluffy brush and I'm trying to blend it out before it just sets into place and becomes invincible. Maybe now I realize why I never use liquid shadow so much. I'm going to be a little bit smarter. I'm going to use the shimmering shade from this side on a flat shader brush. I'm going to apply the color with the help of the flat shader brush just to ensure that I get more precision than what I had in my crease. So I'm just going to be using this shade, which is very gorgeous. And I'm going to sort of cut my crease, and I'm going to blend it into my outer corner. I'm just going like that and just blending it into the deeper brown. Just use your pencil brush to make sure that it's nicely blended in. Again, this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm using that same dark brown shade that I used in my crease on my lower lash line as well, just to balance my upper and lower lash line. And I'm just ensuring that I smudge it out and connect it with my upper lash line. You guys, I don't even remember the last time I used a gel liner, so today I'm going to be using a gel liner to just line my upper lash line as well as my waterline, because I don't really wear kajal any longer. So this is going to act like a kajal. Gel liners are the best kajals that you can have because they're longer lasting than a normal kajal. So I'm just going to use this. We're going to make a nice liner, we're going to line our waterline, and we're going to be a new version of ourselves. Just making short strokes to ensure that I don't ruin my liner, as I'm really out of practice of using a gel liner. I've been so comfortable with liquid liners and actually like a no liner look for so long that I forgot that there was a thing called as gel liners altogether. Also gonna apply it in my waterline. I honestly feel so different right now. You guys know I never curl my lashes, but today we're gonna be curling them. I just feel like curlers are torture device, that's it. I don't have any other comments on it. I'm quickly going to apply some mascara and falsies once I'm done with curling my lashes. Popping on some falsies now. This is a step that I generally also do and love. The false lashes are on, and I'm going to move on to a step that I've never really tried. For all the other steps I can see I might have tried them, not liked them, moved on with my life, but this one I've genuinely never tried. I'm talking about fake bottom lashes. Thankfully I have a pair and I'm going to pop them on. For the first time ever I'm going to wear fake bottom lashes. I've never really tried it. I don't know what to expect out of it, but let's just get on with this. Sticking the first side on. I don't know how do I go about it, like below the lashes, above the lashes. This is weird. Okay, they're on. I don't see much of a difference. Maybe because I have kajal on, this wasn't the best time to try them out. But yeah, we have fake bottom lashes as well now. Upper and lower lashes are on. I'm going to move on to a lip liner next. Now I never really just line my lips, I always fill in as well. But today I'm just going to be lining them. Very hard for me to not fill in because I'm so used to filling them in as well. But I'm just going to be, you know, lining, as I said. Okay, so now my lips are lined and defined. I'm going to move on to gloss. I have two options with me. I'm not sure which one I want to go for. But I'm going to be applying a lip gloss today. Again, something I don't generally do. So I'm starting off with the shade Apple Dumpling, which is a very pretty nude color with slightly pink undertones. Very close to the lip liner that I've used. Actually, I think I'm going to stick with this one only. I don't think I've ever done glossy lips on my channel till now. With that, I finish a new year, new me makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, then don't forget to comment and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. I hope the new year is amazing for you, and yes, sending you lots of love, luck and laughter. I will see you guys super soon. Till then, take care. Bye.